And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw, looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Receiver makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
And here's the handoff. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
And the Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Pass caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Empty set now, 5 wide. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Catch made on the right side. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. A short completion to the tight end. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Quarterback still with the football. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback could put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Comes up with the catch. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He bought some time, now lets it go. Makes the catch, and he steps out of bounds just short of the end zone. Couldn't quite get there. They come up 2 yards from the goal line. Can they punch it in here on 3rd down? From the gun, he looks for an open man. Trying to run it in, the defense stops him close to the goal line, but not in.
QB just ran out of options. He decides to take matters into his own hands and takes off on that scramble. I thought he might come close to getting it to the end zone. Comes up just a little bit short.
So a yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on 4th down. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
I I think they completely caught this defense off guard. Fourth down and goal, I think everybody thinks the quarterback's going to have the ability to run or throw, but instead they run the football in here, and they somehow get this touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kick. Give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Off the play fake on first down. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Taken now, but not before he makes the first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think of Aiden Hutchinson, who of course played here recently. Going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display right now.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Looks like Alabama will have the first down. And a player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Checks this down to the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the 2nd half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. There's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, tied.
What?
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Here's the point after attempt.
Kicker on for the extra point.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now they get set to kick it away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They called a counter play here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
After the first down loss, it's second and long from the 22. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back. Looking to throw for it on third down. Extending the play now. So the scramble comes up short. And now this offense facing a fourth down play. The Wolverines will line up to boot it away. On to kick now for the 5th time today. And this one will be fair caught. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Running with purpose. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37. Offense getting set. Second down play here.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Offense in hurry-up mode. He'll hand it off. Oh, there's the stiff arm. Tackle up near midfield at the 48. Again, makes it second and medium. Handoff from the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. The punt team making their way on the field. And he boots it high into the air. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. They'll test the right side here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And it falls incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And if just throw it away now, couldn't make anything happen, and that's now going to bring up 4th down. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. The pocket breaking down. And the defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Heads out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. He's been shredding this defense with his scrambles today.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Snags the quick throw. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Using his legs on the scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. The Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense.
Touchdown, Wolverines. This offense cannot be stopped. Well, Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He's past the 35. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions. Locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
Receiver makes the catch. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Hicks. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a 1st down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
No huddle here for the offense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Slides to avoid the big hit. First down here for this offense. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield.
And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Can he take it all the way? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter. So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats where we have a chance. As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. Offense getting set. It's second down. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Scrambles out of bounds to avoid contact. He's going to be short of the marker. Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert third and short here from the 50. Can he get there on the ground? Breaks loose at the 40. It's a huge gain all the way down inside the 30.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up second down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And this pass is on target, caught. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Wolverines with 1st and 10 here. Here comes a throw from the red zone. He's moving out of the pocket now. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan. Now just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you need your guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 19-point lead now here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense in bounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Third down coming up after that running play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking right, this one caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Pass caught, second down now.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys in bounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. 8th play of the drive coming up. What a long way to go on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up fourth down now. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete. A fourth down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, work that clock, and you seal victory.
And now the first play of this drive is set up at the 37. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll run it here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Picks up 1. Brings up third down.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's looking to scramble. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it. And gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Wolverines. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Oh, what a play. Man, this defense, they better watch out for this tight end today. It's proven right there how easily he can slip behind and get lost in coverage. And if that happens, this quarterback's going to find him and make you pay.
Lining up to try the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.